2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
First meal prep is going to be a soup, and it's meant to be a red lentil and sweet potato soup. I don't have any red lentils, but I do have green. So are those from Sainsbury's? I think they probably still taste the same. They probably say red because of the sweet potatoes, and they want the soup to look really nice and red. I'm not really bothered as long as it tastes nice. That'll do for me. So I'm going to put a link into where this recipe comes from. I am using an awful lot of Neil's Healthy Meals. He's a qualified nutritionist and he does all of the work for you. So he tells you what you need, and it's all very simple stuff that normally you'd have in anyway, or very easy to get hold of. It's not like Nigella when she sends you to some strange deli in the middle of Italy. So it's all very doable stuff. It's cheap stuff, so the stuff tends to be low cost meals. He's very conscious of that. He doesn't price them up, but you know from the ingredients it's not going to cost a lot. He does all of the nutritional value for you, so he gives you a recipe card which you can actually print off. He's got a big blog site, and on that recipe card it tells you exactly how many calories, fibres, protein, everything that you want to know that's in that. That was something that I've been doing the math on myself with what I've been doing on my own meals. So with his, it's such a relief because it takes away that headache of having to think about weighing everything and you know what are the calories, what's in it. I will do the pricing now. I'll tell you the cost, I'll tell you what my shopping was. I get most of my stuff from Sainsbury's, and I tend to get there where I can the Imperfectly Tasty range, which is the ugly range that tend to be cheaper, like the onions, mushrooms, when it's available anyway. But I'll give you the prices, I'll tell you what the cost of each serving has come to. You get 6 servings out of this. Again, so much better for me because he's basically telling me this is how many calories it is and this is how many meals you should get out of it. So I can divide it into my bowls, my portions, equally in 6 parts, and I know that's exactly how much I should eat, no more, for the calories that he's saying that I'm getting. So I haven't made this one before. There is another one I'm going to make, and it's an easy butter bean soup. You will notice that I am moving away from meat, so that my soups mostly, maybe 1 or 2 will have chicken, but mostly they're going to be vegetarian soups, be a lot of lentils. I love butter beans. I'm not going to tell you too much about, well, I suppose I could tell you how much I'm putting in. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's easy enough to go and get his recipe. It's not like you're going to remember what I say, but there's 1 kilo of sweet potatoes is going in here. 1.5 litres of veggie stock. I've only got a jug for 1 litre, so I'll have to add the other ½ litre. 1 large onion, 210 grams of the lentils, I say mine's the green ones. There's going to be some extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of chilli powder, a bit of turmeric, and what I love, coriander. He says a tablespoon of coriander, and I'll probably put more than that in because I really like the stuff. But that's it. So that's really straightforward. It doesn't take long. He actually tells you how long it takes you to prep and how long it takes to cook. I like to faff in the kitchen, and when I'm doing food prep, particularly in the afternoon, it's a bit early at the moment, it's still morning, it's 11:15, so you won't see me with a glass of wine. But I do love it in the afternoon. If I'm cooking for our dinner or tea, I love to have a glass of wine or two while I'm cooking. So I take my time over it. I enjoy preparing my food. I don't know why, but it seems like it's quite therapeutic, but also it feels like my food is more valuable to me. If you go and get a ready meal, there's no appreciation of it. You just sit and scoff it, and I did it last night. Was it last night? No, it wasn't. It was the night before. What is wrong with me? It was the night before. All this talk about ready meals, and I was so tired. I'd had such a day. I'd been decorating in here all day. I had ironing to do, cleaning, and I was just shattered. So I went to M&S. I got Mike a Chinese and I got a curry. And as I now know, the servings are meant for 2 people. So I knew I was overeating. I ate a curry for 2, rice for 2, and a naan bread. So I'm feeling a little bit bad about that, but I'm not going to murder myself over it, because today I'm going to make up for it and do some really nice healthy meals. All the way through the week then, it means, you know, I was running low on my foods. So all the way through this week, I will have 2 meals that I can choose from every day that are in the freezer or the fridge for me to just reach out, get, quickly defrost, cook, and put in my tummy. Right, so there's a full onion there. Okay. Onions first, without destroying the light. Coriander, mine's frozen, so it's still a bit wet and mushy. You can buy frozen herbs from most supermarkets. I bought mine fresh, and then I realised I wasn't going to use it in time, so I froze it. Nothing wrong with that. I am going to use more than that, to be honest. So I'm doing 2 types of soups. This one, which is the red lentil and sweet potato, or in my case green lentil and sweet potato, and another one is going to be an easy butter bean. Oh god, that's nice. I've tried it, it's really nice. I need basil for that, and the basil is coming at 1 o'clock with my food shop. It's arriving from Sainsbury's at 1 o'clock. All the veg stock is in. It says to bring it to the boil and then sim it for 20-25 minutes until it's all completely soft. I've got these herbs to put in. It does say a teaspoon of turmeric. I'm going to put heat 1 in because I like heat. And it says half a teaspoon of chili powder. Again, I'm going to put a bit more in because it's just how I am. I like it. When do I put the lentils in? Oh, yeah. Oh, what's wrong with me? I can't even read instructions. Okay, now I bring it to the boil and simmer for 20 to 25 minutes. I'm actually going to sling that in because it's the coriander, because it says when it's softened and you blitz it, then you put it back in the pan and garnish it with chopped coriander. Well, I'm not garnishing it, it's frozen, it's too wet for garnish anyway. So I just want it in my soup. So in it goes yum to coriander. So while I've been doing this, I've been pricing it up. So how much does it cost to make this great big pan of 6 servings of soup? It costs £2.23. All of that, £2.23. It will depend on where you get your stuff from, but it's not going to be much more or less. So it works out at, is it 37p? 37p per serving. So every time I sit down and have a bowl of this, it will have cost me 37 pence. That'll be one of my lunches. So I think, just out of interest, what I might do is, once I've done all my food prep for the week, I'll work it out how much it costs me to feed me for that full week. Or, you know, maybe price it up and say, well, this is how long my food is going to last me for this much money. Might be quite interesting. I always find that really interesting, that type of thing. Don't know if anybody else does, but I'm doing it anyway. Alright, I'm going to let that bubble come to the boil, and I'll let you know when it's ready for blending. I don't have a food processor or a blender. I have a smoothie maker, and that's all I'm going to use. My cousin's very kindly going to give me her hand blender when I see her next week. That's not going to be the colour it's supposed to be because it's green lentils. I don't care. It's going to taste the same. It'll be nice. Okay, I'm ready to blend my soup. It's cooled down enough. So this is my smoothie maker. I have been thinking about getting a soup maker, but I think just a pan blender would do. I haven't used this in a while. I've had it for years. I used to make all my protein shakes with it. I don't know if this is going to work, so fingers crossed. It's going to be a bit noisy. Did it? Just the rest to go. So this does struggle a little bit if the soup's a bit thick. So it got a little bit messy and it was struggling. So I am going to need a blender. I've got some down my top as well. My favourite top. That didn't last long. So I know why he uses red lentils. Just a minute, clean this mess. It's because it's pretty. Red lentils and sweet potato would make a really nice, rich, orangey looking soup. I didn't have them, I had green ones, so mine looks like baby food. So mine is the colour of baby food. I will, however, tell you that it tastes really nice, and at 37p per serving, this is going to keep me very happy over the next couple of weeks, as I spread it out with my other soup, my butter bean soup for lunches. What more do you want on winter? So I'm going to separate this into the 6 servings, put that away, let it cool, and then stick it in the freezer. Or I might save one in the fridge for tomorrow. I am all prepped. There are 6, and they're quite good servings. So they're done. If you are interested in watching how I lose weight, change my life, change my habits, sort my body out, start moving more and eat better, then please like and subscribe. It really does help, and I'm going to do it anyway, so you might as well come along with me. See you later.